It's that time of year when you can enjoy smoky grilled meats and in a soft pita with a bit of salad, a lovely bit of sauce and pickle. It is a thing of joy. So me and Tesco have put this recipe together to celebrate some really good store cupboard staples. It's a budget-friendly meal, but also we haven't compromised. This has got more texture, more flavor, and more nutrition, so it's a win-win, taking in some real inspiration from my travels around the Mediterranean. So I really love this dish. It's perfect for these beautiful summer evenings, and also whoever you're celebrating Father's Day with. So let's get cracking. I'm gonna do it in a pan, but you can absolutely do it on a barbecue. And we're celebrating pork mince. Now you can use any mince you want, but pork is really good value and you've got amazing flavor. So 500 grams of that goes into there. I'm gonna stretch this pork by using cannellini beans. Drain these beans, and then just to get as much moisture off it as possible, just get a little bit of kitchen paper. Now let's just talk about beans. Cannellini beans, borlotti beans, butter beans, whatever you want. A fantastic, really good value, very nutritious. We definitely all need to eat more of them. At the same time, ideally, we'll reduce the amount of meat that we're using. So I'm gonna put the beans in with the pork, and they're gonna kind of act a bit like breadcrumbs when you put them in meatballs. So it'll make it lighter, it'll absorb the flavor from the pork, and it's good flavor-wise, nutrition-wise, and budget-wise. Generously season the pork and the beans. Really go heavy on the black pepper, and you could use other spices if you want to, no worries at all. And then we're gonna flavor it with dried fruit, 80 grams of dried apricots. And this is very typical in meat dishes across North Africa, the Middle East, and it's absolutely delicious. The color's amazing. It's got big flavor. Let's just talk about dried fruit for a second. 30 grams of dried fruit counts as one of your 5 fruit and veg a day, right? So you've really concentrated, not just the nutrition, but the flavor as well. So that's really good to know. So you can use frozen, tinned, and fresh fruit or veg and dried, right? So that's really helpful. So the apricot and the beans are gonna give you one of your 5 fruit and veg a day, plus the salad, onion, pickle, right? We've got 2 in one lovely dish. So that's a really nice thing. Now, to make a lovely kofta, we've got to massage things in there. So clean hands and just carefully scrunch it up. When you do this scrunching action, you change the texture of the pork so it holds together, holds its shape. And of course, you're distributing all the lovely flavor, the seasoning. You could pulse it in a food processor, but it's another thing to wash up. Run your hand under a tap. Wet hands actually help you to bring this all together. You get that nice smooth finish, which is good. This would make an amazing meatloaf. Okay, with lovely tomato sauces and peppers and things like that. And if you took a little part of it, you could make a lovely burger patty like that. And again, you're stretching the meat, making it healthier like that. Or if it was even smaller, you've got a lovely little meatball. So you've got loads of options with this principle. It's a really good recipe to learn. So we want to split this now into 12 koftas. Kofta traditionally would be on a skewer, but we're going to do little handheld ones. And when I get it to a nice little ball like that, slightly oval, I'm just going to use the shape of my hands. That's going to give you texture. So this will go into the pan. So we'll rattle these out straight from the bowl to the pan. And of course, if you wanted to do them on a barbecue, you can do them in advance, take them out to the barbecue. You can even put them on little skewers as well. What's lovely is the meat will go golden and give over its lovely fat. The beans will go crisp and give you a really nice texture on the outside and a nice soft one on the inside. So last but not least, that one goes in. So give your hands a really good wash. Now we haven't put any oil in the pan. We want a little bit of oil going in the pan. That's just gonna make it golden and delicious. Just a little bit of seasoning on the outside. So this is on a medium heat. While that is doing its beautiful things, I've got iceberg lettuce here. It's sweet, it's crunchy. Got a clean board here. A nice little way to prep this is just grab it like that, tap it down like that, and then you can literally take the stalk out like that. Cut that in half, and then we're gonna finely slice this. If you want to add to this simple salad with cucumber, carrots, radishes, stuff like that, you do whatever you like. We've got a lovely pile of finely sliced iceberg. I can hear nice things are happening here. So let's just give it a little shake. This is getting really good. It's getting more and more golden. So try and let each one breathe so they're not all sort of sitting on top of each other. So look, I want to show you 2 things, a quick pickle and a delicious mint flavored yogurt that's going to be amazing inside our pita with the crunchy lettuce. So first up, with the onion here, you can use a white or red onion. You can even use spring onions if you wanted to. But I'm just going to peel and half the onion. We're going to finely slice it and just roughly chop it through. So it's a really rough. Now the nice thing about chopping it like this is it will pickle quicker. Let's have a little look at these again. Look at that. Okay, take the onion here, just put it into a little bowl with a pinch of salt and a swig of vinegar. So look, there's our pickle. If you leave that for a few minutes, it's going to go redder and deeper in colour. So that's going to be beautiful. And then I'm going to get myself some mint and some yogurt. It's the simplest little sauce. Now, you can do it in a little blender. You can chop it by hand, or you can do it in a pestle and mortar. We're going to make this vivid green sauce that's just full of flavour. It's really refreshing to have with any grilled meats, which is lovely, and it takes a matter of seconds to do. So mint leaves go in, pinch of salt. So bash that up to a pulp. Go in with some lovely Greek yogurt, 4 or 5 nice big tablespoons. Then we're going to muddle it in. Look at the colour of that. These are getting really good now. They're starting to get really golden and gnarly. You know, you want it to have a little bit of attitude. Love all that. Take some pitters and we'll just put those on top and just let that residual heat kind of just warm these up. When you go to those really nice kebab shops, often you'll see them rubbing them on any of the fats, and that's flavour. It's almost like buttering bread. Really, really good. Okay, let's make one. Take the pitta, just cut into it so I can get in there. We want to stuff that with all the crunchy salad. We're going to come to our lovely koftas, crispy and sizzling. Squeeze in the third, and then go in with our amazing minted yogurt. And, you know, be generous. Do a splodge. Beautiful. A few mint leaves, and then a bit of your pickle. And just look at the colours. For me, that is summertime. And if there's any little crispy bits in the pan, you can steal those. Look at that, come on. So I love to do all of this at the table. Take the pan out sizzling, just put something under it so you don't burn the table, and just let everyone tuck in. But look at that. Colourful, and it just feels really exciting. Right, let's get amongst it. The little koftas are just texturally delicious. Soft and delicate on the inside, crispy and gnarly and sort of caramelized on the outside. The little bits of apricot have just sort of caught a little bit. I love it. If you do a batch of these koftas, you can have them cold the next day with little dips. You can use them in all kinds of different ways. You can cook it on the barbecue, cook it in the pan. It's a real nice family favorite that I know you're gonna love. So what are you waiting for? Get down to Tesco, get the ingredients, and get cooking. Go on. Click the link for the recipe.